G'day, I'm Stuart O'Grady from Adelaide, Australia. I got approached from Solar Cyclist earlier in the year, 2020. I think the thing that kind of, I guess, get approached to from all different kinds of things through the years, but this one really, I don't know, it's just a different concept, different model, and something that really caught my eye, I guess. Something I thought was a fantastic concept, and I think just through simplicity of signing up and riding your bike, everyone comes out ahead, and we help the world as we ride. I like the model where obviously there's a lot of charities, there's a lot of fundraising ideas. You kind of always sending emails, prodding friends and family to kind of donate, and that's been really tricky the last 5 or 6 years, to be honest. So I like the model where basically anyone that rides a bike can sign up. There's a bit of a leaderboard, so for the competitive spirit inside us all, you kind of get your ranking, and at the same time, I guess, just by going out and riding your bike any day, clocks on. Everyone's on Strava across the world, so it's obviously extremely easy to sign up, and get amongst the leader. And while you're on board clicking up kilometres, you're doing some really good stuff across the world. Look, it's a really great concept, and it's just easy to understand. And I just don't understand why people wouldn't sign up and get involved. Yeah, so I guess obviously starting off by downloading the app, registering, signing up, and then as the kilometres tick away, you're obviously generating power by every kilometre you've ridden. So obviously then if you go into more of a subscription and different levels, your kilometres are boosted, multiplying it, so you actually 1 kilometre turns into a multiplied by so many. So there's other ways to kind of boost your performance, I guess, which help you get up that leaderboard even quicker and create even more energy, which relates to more solar panels being delivered to places that need them. Yeah, I think hopefully being connected with Solar Cyclist, it'll raise a bit of awareness firstly, and then just get the message out and just show a different way of giving back, which all you've got to do, like you mentioned earlier, is just it's not changing your behaviour, it's getting up and riding your bike, which we all love doing. So get on board, sign up. Absolutely, it's awesome. Get on board with Solar Cyclist, sign up, register, get on the leaderboard, create some energy and do some good for the world. There's a fair chance you get ahead of me, but my game's a long game, not a short game. I think a lot of the guys, the professionals, speaking of professional side, I think they're always looking for something different and ways to give back. I mean, all the guys are really generous with their time and finances. Most guys get behind certain things that really, touch and, I guess, communicate well with those guys. But this is really different, and I like the idea that, it has got that competitive spirit in there if you want, if that's what you're searching for. It's always good to have one over your mates and be on top of them in any kind of leaderboard, isn't it? So I think this has got, the potential to really have a large footprint across not just, the weekend warriors, and the people that are generous and just trying to do something good, but also the competitive guys that, the professionals overseas. The beauty is as well, you can do indoor training still, and still all the stuff you're doing virtually, you can still bring it across to the platform. So, it's great for that. I guess biggest challenges I've had is leaving my family and friends behind for 20 years. Not having the comfort of, getting mum or dad to come around and help you out when times are tough. Moving to a country where I didn't speak the language and different cultures. Obviously physical challenges with injuries and rehabilitation after some big crashes. and obviously making sometimes making a bad decision, which could lead to bigger challenges later as well. So it's about learning, learning as you go, learning from your mistakes, and then being able to lead others away from those bad areas, I guess. Yeah, really enjoyable. It's fantastic. I mean, it's just great to be back around another team. I've spent my entire life surrounded by people who are really focused and dedicated, committed, resilient, striving to be the best. And kind of since retiring, I've missed that. I miss being around people that are really just pumped, wake up with goals every day that, it might be a goal, 8 months down the track, but you've got that goal and you're going to do everything you can. I really miss that side of positivity, being around people. And so obviously having the Tour Down Under role, it is being back a part of a team, a very different team dynamically, but I'm really enjoying it. You got your marketing girls and guys and sponsorship and logistics, working with the councils. Just there's so many different pieces of the puzzle, and it's just been really cool to kind of be around and have something to really motivate you to wake up every morning and try and create the best race the country's ever seen. Yeah, it makes me feel good. I mean, you do something for obviously for personal reasons, but then, I guess as the years go by and you start ticking boxes of national championships and comm games and Olympic games, seeing, when I started racing in Adelaide, you knew every bike rider out in the road. There was only a very small number of people in Lycra riding around the streets. To see the sport propelled into another stratosphere with the Tour Down Under and, have the world's best riders come to my hometown, it's I feel really proud about that and being a part of that. So it's just great that, we're sitting here in the beautiful Adelaide Parklands, the criteriums are on here on the weekends, and all these kids, their dreams can become reality. It's not like Europe or the Tour de France or Olympic Games is out of anybody's reach. If you've got the willpower and the commitment and the focus, anything's possible. Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I look back now and I don't know, the frame of mind for the commitment and the focus must have been just so off the charts, because now I couldn't imagine anything worse than sitting on the front of a bunch for 150k day after day, getting dropped and, the other guys kind of finishing it off. But it was being a part of that team environment and just the will to get the best out of yourself. I always challenged myself from, the early days. There was never a coach whipping me, telling me to go out training. I was always wanting to push myself to just see how far I could personally, what are your limits? Who knows your limits? How far can we ride in a day? How far can we ride in a month? It was just always interesting for me to obviously I was lucky enough to be a part of a team environment, riding on the big stages. But being, I guess, just that willpower to succeed, and if I couldn't succeed, to help my team succeed. I think, that was just part of my mentality. As part of, just want to get the best out of myself and everybody around me. Yeah, I mean, I think, every rider in the pro peloton's, got the physical attributes to be there, but it's that mental edge, and I think being a part of the Australian Institute of Sport, being at Olympic Games early, there's so many other kind of, weapons you put into your cupboard, I guess, which you call on later on in your career. But the mental strength, as I said earlier, leaving your parents and your family, when you're 20 to move to a different part of the world, you've got to be pretty committed to have a crack. Oh, look, I think the virtual race riding's good. I think it's opened up a whole new can of worms for the globe. We always used to sit on home trainers, if it was snowing or really bad weather, and it was a real mental stress. Like, no one wanted to be sitting in a dark room on a home trainer just sweating it out with music blaring or trying to concentrate on a movie. Now you're actually immersed in a virtual world where, you know, basically it's just mental stimulation, but, you know, it's taking your mind off the fact that you're sitting on a home trainer, you know, sweating out litres. It's again, it ticks all the competitive boxes. You know, now with the HD footage, you can be literally riding, you know, up a Swiss mountain. You know, I've been doing it. It's fantastic. So I think, you know, again, it's just widening the footprint for cycling. You don't have to be an Olympian or a superstar to get on a home trainer and click up kilometres. You can do it quietly and safely in your own home or garage. Meanwhile, always racking up more kilometres for the solo cyclist. So, you know, I think it's a fantastic development. And I think virtual racing, especially when you think, you know, Tour Down Under time, we're sitting down here in our summer paradise bubble, but the rest of the world is freezing their arse off. So, you know, there's going to be a real big opening there for riders across America and Europe to jump online and do a virtual challenge in Australia. A race being raced, hopefully. Oh, look, I guess being a part of the first Tour Down Under and getting the teams down here and playing that ambassador role, you know, enticing teams to come down and break their 100-year tradition of having a training camp in France or Italy, to make them come down to Adelaide, for them to see how good it is down here, for now the teams to recognise that this probably is the best race in the world. You know, it's really cool. So for me to have kind of be in charge now to design the stages, that's the most exciting part. Obviously, you know, I know every speed hump and manhole cover through the Adelaide Hills, so I guess just to kind of explore some new roads to make what I think will be a really exciting and entertaining race. And that's what I'm most looking forward to.